Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Mumble. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to go over the gold Libertadores method, how you guys can trade and make coins with these cards. A lot of people have been asking how you know which cards have value and which ones that don't. We're going to walk through all that today and show you how to make easy coins. So if you do enjoy, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get it. So here's Silva. This is one of the players we use. He's normally going for anywhere between 1,500 and 2K. You'll notice that some players have a high value like this, while others have like a 650, 700 buy now within the hour. One of those reasons why is because of the League SBC, which we'll walk through here in a second. But here is a bunch of different players from teams where they don't have a crazy amount of golds on the team they play for. So if you want to take a screenshot of these players right now so you can look them up later individually, feel free to do so, but I'm going to show you why they have importance here in a second. So let's move on to the actual League SBC itself. You go to the live section. You can find it in there. I have it favorited. It is called the Premium Mixed League Upgrades, and I go over to the Libertadores and Sudamericana section. So for this, you need exactly 11 players that are Libertadores or Sudamericana. Players from one club, max of one, so you have to use 11 different clubs. 8 golds are needed, which is a 75 plus rated card. You'll see why that's important with gold libs here in a second. 3 rares, 74 rating, yada yada. You get a prime Electrum players pack. So what I usually do here, and you can use this as a concept or you can use this as just individually going through the teams. The way I find out which teams have golds is if you go to concepts, go to league, you go down to the Libertadores. I usually go from left on the analog stick to go to the Valise club. You can start from the front if you wanted to, but a lot of these clubs aren't actually in the game. They don't have players, so I feel like it's a waste to start from there. I usually start from Valise, which is the back end, and what I'll do is you'll kind of get an eye on what players are on the team, and you'll find ones that don't have a lot of golds on them. So that one had, what was it, 5+, this one has 4. We're going to use this one as an example, starting with Isla. So Isla's a right back. He's a gold that can be used for the team. If we look at how much his price is going for, we'll get an idea of how much he costs. So looks like he's going for maybe 1,000 within the hour to 1,200, 1,100. Yeah, 1,000 it looks like he's selling for pretty quickly. But if we did, like, let's say a max price of, I don't know, like 900, you're going to notice a lot starting to pop up here without even a lot of bids. Now, if you do it from this section, it's going to have you do buy now. So instead of doing that, what we're going to do instead, we're going to search on the transfer market, and you're going to go to the card itself. And then instead of trying to buy now, you're just going to compare price. This is going to bring you to a bunch of open bids here. And you should, depending on when you're doing it. For me, it's late in the morning UK time. For me, it's in the United States in the evening. So there's not going to be as many cards on the market, but this still works. So I'm going to go and place a bunch of bids, probably 850 max. And I should be able to sell these if I list them for about 1,200 within the hour. Now, you can lazy list a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to be the lowest buy now, especially if you start understanding the range that these players go for. There's a bunch of different cards that are going to pop up or that you could potentially use this for. Let's walk through a couple different teams and kind of show you different players that you can do as well. And really the way I do it is just kind of going with it and starting to come up with the filters by using the teams itself. So for Talleres, this is another team that I usually pull from. This one's a right mid this time. Now you're going to notice there's a silver right mid as well, but we want the gold. So I'm going to go to about 1,600. Nothing's selling for that. 1,700. We can snipe one for 1,700. So we know for a fact we can sell him for 1,700 within the hour. We want to know if he goes more than that, though. So if I go to 1,800, we're going to see that he goes within the hour then for 1,800. So same thing applies. If we know he goes in the hour for 1,800, if we compare price, we want to bid less than that. So there's one we could potentially bid. Someone bid 1,500 on. We're going to find one to see if we can get it for lower on bid. Again, I'm doing this probably not the best time of the evening, so there's not going to be as many cards popping up. But if you do these like an hour or two after new content comes out, the market is absolutely flooded with open bids, and you'll win so many with very little competition. So kind of go through these cards and go team by team to see which ones you can find and place those bids less than the buy now. I'm telling you, it literally prints you coins. I was doing this the other day with Godoy. Let's see if I can pull up Godoy real quick. And I do the League SBC too. That's another thing. If you're doing the League SBC, you'll get way more used to the prices and the fluctuations of them going up and down. But if you don't plan on doing the League SBC, I would say get really good at understanding the price on at least a couple cards. That way, if they go up or down in price, it's a very easy thing to pay attention to. So right here, we see Godoy goes for 800 within the hour. I'm going to put a max price for 600 coins and see how many pops up. Look at this. Boom. We could do 650 on each of these and make 150 per card. I'm going to let that person who's winning them for 600, though, keep that bid. I don't want to outbid him because that person's trying to make some coins. We'll make some coins too. We'll go a couple minutes out and we'll do 600 bids. Again, I highly recommend after you place some bids, whether you're doing it from this menu or the other menu, don't always just look for the individual player. Hit compare price and there should be more cards popping up. I don't know why. It's like a glitch in the filter, but as you see there, more cards are popping up. Some of them we saw before and then some of them potentially might be new. So don't be afraid of going back and forth between compare price and then looking for the actual card, especially if it shows cards a couple minutes out. Usually you can win more cards that way. But yeah, you just do it over and over, win them on bid, start selling them. What I find, especially with Marquee Matchups, which I'm recording this the day before Marquee Matchups, anytime there's going to be tradable packs on the market, whether it's a daily SBC, one that happens every week is Marquee Matchups. You'll notice an hour after Marquee Matchups, when people start opening those packs, you get a bunch of cards flooded on the market at the same time. Same kind of phenomenon happens when there's a bunch of promo packs on the market too, that are tradable and have a bunch of gold rare players in it. Reason why this is important is if you randomly notice, let's say Godoy, we were just saying he was 800 within the hour. He was not even selling for 750 within the hour the other day, and the day before he was 1,000 coins. How did I know when he was what price and how it was that price? He was 1,000 coins before the player picks came out, which if you don't know, every time repeatable SBCs come out, like a player pick, 78 double upgrade or 81 double upgrade, whatever the SBC might be, people normally start flooding to that instead of doing League SBCs. Thus, League SBC card prices drop a little bit. The buy nows usually go down. But then when they go away, the only way people have to really make packs is League SBCs. Therefore, the buy nows go up. So Godoy, if I wanted to, if I picked up a bunch on bid for 600 right now, he'd be one of those guys that would potentially push over 1,000 coins again buy now once these player picks go away. So if you wanted to get cheeky with it as an investment, you could mass bid on one of those guys for the lowest price possible, hold them and wait till the SBC goes away, and then sell them after it's no longer there. You'll be surprised on how easy it is to make coins that way. You also can use footbin.com to look to see their price and what they've been selling at throughout the week. You'll see a lot of highs and lows, different bumps in their prices. But yeah, those are the best ways to kind of pay attention to the fluctuation of prices. But no matter what the price is, if you're looking at what the buy now is within the hour, you bid less, it's an easy way to make coins. Just like that. So we won some Islas, we won some Pizzinis. Now the Pizzinis we were going for, what was it, 1,800 within the hour. I'm going to lazy list these for like 2K. That way we're making 500 per card. It might not sell the first time through, but especially as we get later into the evening, there's not going to be as many cards on the market. So we're going to take full advantage of that. The Islas, they were going for about 1,000 to 1,200 within the hour. I'm just going to list these in bulk for 1,200. Just because it's going to be easy coins. They're going to sell eventually. And then what we can do as well is if we wanted to, just keep comparing price after you win the bids and pick up more and more cards. So I might go through, if I can pick these up for 800 to 850, I might just keep doing this over and over. See if it's a couple minutes out, if I can win some more bids. List these cards, win the new ones, compare price again, and do that over and over and over. It's a really easy way to make coins. It might take a little time to get used to. Just be patient with it. Again, I would probably stick to 1 or 2 players, kind of start learning their price points a little bit. And then once you start making some sales, feeling more comfortable with it, the more you do it, the easier it will become. Maybe sell it for the lowest buy now to start with. Excuse me. So you have an idea of how quickly it can sell. Because remember, if it's going to sell quickly, there's some value to it. Usually it's through the League SBC. But sometimes you guys have daily SBCs where it'll just randomly show up in price too. If you need a lot of top nations, if you need a lot of the same nation but different leagues, Libertadores usually works really well for that because people will go for a country like Argentina that is in every league. You have Argentinians in Serie A, Bundesliga, Prem, La Liga, Libertadores, and people will put them in footbin solutions and their price will rise like crazy. But yeah, that's essentially it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. It's pretty straightforward. Hopefully some of those filters I showed you help you make some easy coins. Like I said, I don't always sell it for the lowest buy now. I kind of know the ranges they go for. If you guys want to get better at learning ranges, again, just do it more. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. We'll be doing this on stream as well. Yeah, this is how I make easy coins. I'll catch you next time. It's been your boy Mo Bleat. I'm out. God bless.